Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, June 17th. We are looking at Window Traders' market profile of SPY, IWM, and triple Qs. So another big bashing for the markets this week as we closed at around 366, somewhere around there. So we're down about almost $24. We were down just under $21 last week. Now, again, we had the dividend in SPY, but it really didn't have that much of an effect. The only difference is for today is ES goes out with a poor high, as they did not take out yesterday's high. We didn't come close, obviously, because of the dividend. So all time frames are down. We're going to recap all three of these indices charts. For the fifth day this week, we go out with a wide POC as we end 9 wide. Looked like they might try to raise it a couple of times, but they did not. L&M came back right back to half back. So all the liquidity was being done at half back today. 9 wide at half back for us, 12 wide for Russell. Now triple Qs did raise their POC, and they ended, I think, only 8 wide. 3, 6, 8. Yeah, I don't count N. Now, triple Qs took out Friday's high. They're the only one. So they came back into balance on the daily. You'll see that when we do the charts. They filled yesterday's gap. SPY and ES have 3 gaps still. Russell still has their gaps. They never took out yesterday's range. Now, it's amazing. All three of us are different. SPY and ES took out yesterday's low. Qs took out yesterday's high. And Russell was an inside day. All three of us with all three different things. Did not trade today because I had a major issue early in the day when the option chains went down. It seems like for all these brokerages, houses, they blame the people who provide the vendor that provides the feed for them. But the bottom line is, I trade through them. Somebody has to be accountable. Okay, you can blame whoever you want. You go after that person. I have to go after you. So it was a total mess. I had a position couldn't get out of. Turned to a bit of a shit show. So when I finally got out, I said, "That's it. I'm not trading the rest of today," and I did not. So let's just go over our destinations, and we'll break down the charts. Again, the market is closed on Monday. I know the futures are open half a day. I might not be here Tuesday, as I have to possibly take a trip up north. Not 100% sure yet, but there's a chance I will not be here Tuesday, which means there won't be any videos on Tuesday. Now, as far as what did the market try to do today? Well, we went and made a new low on the year, okay? But that's all we did. SPY missed December of 2020's low literally by pennies. It missed it by 14 cents. Now, I know ES was more than $1.50 away from it, but because of the dividend, SPY missed it by only 14 cents. And then that was it. F period, one more time, tried to pull back, barely got below yesterday's low, again in SPY, not in ES, and then we rallied a good part of the afternoon until L&M just smacked around all the buyers who thought we were going to go take out today's high, and for ES get into the gap. Destinations going for Tuesday is today's high of 369.38 daily high, and then 370.94 daily high, and filling the gap at 372.12. It's a 118-point gap from the 16th. You should have everything else to the upside. For the downside, another wide POC, 365.78, 9 wide, right at half back from today. 364.03, F's low, afternoon pullback low, and today's low, which is a yearly low and also our weekly low, 362.17. Now, let's go to the charts and break them down. See what's happening here. As this market still having issues, right? So here's Russell. We constantly talk about these levels that are important. Russell, again, the monthly is down clearly. I still think, right, 173.39 is a big level. Well, we're $8 below it. So for that reason, I think we still have a very good chance of testing this monthly low of 153.67. We'll see if it's going to happen, but that's my next target on the monthly for IWM. 153.67. The monthly's down. The weekly had a gap that got filled. A gap from back on November 2nd of 2020, 165.71. Well, not only did we fill it, we closed below it and we went much lower. So again, on the weekly, your next target is even below really the monthly low. So here's that monthly low, and then here's really a weekly low here at 151, and then this one at 142. So again, 153 target I think is a very doable thing in IWM. So the monthly and weekly are down. And the daily, even though it was an inside day, I would call it down. I would still call it down. It doesn't stop the one time. It doesn't stop it. It didn't take out the high. So, right, they came out of balance to down. 3-day balance, back to down. Again, you want to call it balance, that's fine. Markets don't go bull bear or bear bull. It's up to you what you want to call it. If I was keeping track of Russell as far as on my sheets and stuff, I would call it at least balance to down. If we take out today's high, we'd go back to balance. Again, it depends what you would like. But it is an inside day. Triple Qs. Monthly is down. The next firm level for the monthly is the 260 to 267 level. These three monthly lows. Very good odds that we're going to go test that. This month so far, we've gotten down to 269.28. So the monthly is down, clearly. Weekly, down. Same thing. That's the two. This week's low is, which is this week's low? 269.28. So on the weekly, you can see 267.07, and then the big one, and then there's that 260. So again, and here's the monthly low. So again, the 267 level will be the next big target. Can they get there? Absolutely. Now, did they close their gap? I don't think they closed their gap. 288.38. They did not. So again, they have a weekly gap. And then on the daily, they took out yesterday's high. So this is a 2-day balance. So Qs went from this big balance to down to balance for 3 days, back to down, and now back to balance. So the daily is balanced for them. So the longer terms are down on the Qs and Russell. Again, you want to call the daily balance and Russell, that's fine. You can put both dailies in balance on those two. Now, here's SPY. Down, obviously, in the monthly. The next big target is right here. That's December of 2020's low. If you get acceptance below there, if we trade there, look at our targets. These three monthly lows. That's 319.80, 327.24. Look at that, my badge number, 27. So this would become a major target here if we get acceptance below December of 2020's low. Down on the monthly. Weekly, clearly down. And the daily, to me, clearly down. I know we closed inside of yesterday, but this is down. Right? We took out yesterday's low. So we came out of an 8-day balance with a vengeance. Bear. Balance 3 days. Back to bear. And we have 1, 2, 3 gaps. 2 of them are very large. And this one now, you have a weekly high. This high, 380, is now a weekly high, which makes it that much more difficult to start chipping away at it when we attempt to go up there. Why? Because that would put, you might try to go either into balance or up on the weekly by that point, right? If we take out this week's high, that's that high. We're going to come right back into balance and go fill that gap? Look, anything's possible, but right now the market's telling you it's attempting to push lower. 640 million shares this week. That's good volume. Last week was 400. Right? The week before, 334. The week we went up here, 426. So decent volume. Today's volume on the day, 106 million. So we did decent volume this week. Certainly not the volume you want to see with the kind of moves we had. And that goes right back to the thing we talked about in the room again today. 5 days this week, the market pushed lower. We made new lows, right? In 4 out of the 5 of them. However, we never held one trend day down, and we had a 9 wide or better point of control all 5 days. But we have 3 gaps up to the upside. So that's a little conflicting information. To me, I'm still thinking that there could be some absorbing by long-term sticky money buyers, right? Short-term buyers cannot absorb big-time selling, but the opposite certainly can happen. So we'll see if they're going to try to find a floor here and then try to get some kind of balance on the daily. It all remains to be seen. I want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day out there. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. And we'll speak either Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on if I am back in time. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk next week.